great. Anyways, like I always say before we jump into a video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram, turn on post notifications, and go back and watch my last video if you have not done so already. All right, let's get into this one. In January, I talked about setting realistic goals and talking about all the things that come in with setting realistic goals. And one thing I forgot to talk about was accountability. And having accountability or being accountable to somebody is honestly a very good thing because it helps to keep you in check. It helps you to make sure that you are, progressing up the ladder into achieving what you want to achieve. And sometimes we need to be accountable or have somebody to be accountable to, or for the most part, we need to be accountable to ourselves for what we do. And having that, type of self-check allows you to evaluate, your actions, what you're doing. How did you do today? Was it a good day? Was it a bad day? Did you achieve all the goals you set for that day? Or what could I have done better? And accountability, it sounds like it's a harsh thing where you're like chained to somebody to, let them know what you're doing. And if you don't do something right, they're like, oh, no, you're not supposed to do that. No. Having that person to be accountable to sort of takes the pressure off your shoulders and allows you to understand your actions from their point of view, if that makes sense. You can only see what you're doing to an extent, but if you have somebody else that's watching you, it allows you to understand what you're doing, like, should I have said this to this person? Or what could I have done better to control my anger or to keep myself or prevent myself from flying off the handle or from saying things I should not have been saying or doing things I should not have been doing. Accountability is a very good thing. It may seem like it's a bad thing, but trust me, it is not. And having that person that you could have that closeness with, and it's like a special type of bond that only one person is allowed to have with you. And that's a really good bond, in my opinion, because not everyone is trustworthy. I know that from experience. Not everyone who says they're your friend is your friend. You could have 10,000 friends and only have a good 10 solid friends, because people will say, oh, they love you, they're cheering you on, but as soon as you get to where you want to be or to a new level, it's like, they're not, they say they're for you, but in reality, they're not really for you at all. So, and that's another thing. Be careful of who you share your goals with, or be careful of who you want to be accountable to. Because again, everyone is not for you. Those who say they're your friends are not always your friends. They will haha kiki with you in the front, but behind your back, they're stabbing you in the back, talking about you, talking about your problems, your weaknesses, and they never amplify your strengths. They always point out your weaknesses and say, this person does this too much, this person eats too much, this person looks this way too much, or does this too much in their room, this, that, and third. No. Those who you want to be accountable to are those who have genuine hearts. And as a Christian, you need to have that genuine heart. Okay, you need to be praying for that person that put you in that position, honestly, because sometimes it's not easy to, I shouldn't say sometimes, most of the times it's not easy to give that type of person that position, because you want to keep things to yourself. You don't want someone to see you in this type of way. And it's hard to put yourself out there. I know that firsthand. It is very hard to put yourself out there and do something new. This was very hard for me to even start. And, be careful of who you choose, again, because you could pick somebody that you think has your intentions at heart, and the only thing they're really doing is looking for information from you, about you, to go spread lies and spread rumors. And that's not okay. So the people you want to, have that accountability, that relationship with, has to be somebody who is genuine, has to be someone who is loving, somebody who is trustworthy, somebody who is caring and knows and understands you and knows how difficult it is to even talk about the stuff you want to talk about. Because growing up, I kind of stayed to myself about certain situations. And even now it's kind of harder for me to talk about it, because it's like, I don't know who is really for me based off of the situations that I was in with my sister when she was alive and she had cancer. People who said they were for my family most definitely was not for my family, because the moment they hear something and don't even try to hear my parents out or hear what is really going on, they give you dirty looks. They whisper about you behind your back. They drag your name from north to south to east to west, everywhere. And it wasn't pretty, honestly. And going through all of that at 11 to 13 years old, that was not pretty at all. And that honestly set me up for so many issues later on in my life. But yes, have somebody that is completely genuine, who really knows and understands you. Because if you have somebody that does not understand you, does not understand your weaknesses, and points out the weaknesses, but in a good way, points it out to say, hey, you're doing this too much. Let's tweak it a little bit and, work on bettering that part of your life. If they're not doing that at all, they're not somebody who you want to hold that position over your life, because that person is just sucking the life out of you. They're not really helping you. They're making you worse. And you want to achieve your realistic goals. You want to achieve certain things in life. You need people in your life who will amplify your strengths and turn your weaknesses into strengths, because those are the most loving and caring people. And I, for one, can say I really, really wish that I had that growing up, because I had trust issues with a lot of people. But now it's like I'm able to talk about these things, and I don't want people to go down the same path or experience the same stuff that I had to experience when I was growing up. So pick somebody who knows you, who understands you, and you know that this person will not do a 180 and blurt out your business to the entire world and drag you all over social media, because apparently social media is now the outlet to spew everybody's business, and the world should know this, apparently, when the world does not need to know your personal business. The world is not your therapist. The world is not your life. It should not be your life. Social media should not be your life at all. Social media should not hold you accountable for your actions. But yes, have that person that you can be vulnerable and honest with. Be that person that somebody can come to and talk to about. And I've said this before plenty of times. I don't want to be the person that they view as two-faced, or they see that I'm always making the smile turn into a frown. I want that frown to be a smile. I'm not saying I hate it, but I don't like to see when my friends or my family is hurting, because that hurts me. I take it to heart, and it's just who I am, and I love to see my friends happy. But yes, be the person that somebody can come to and talk to about all of their feelings. But anywho, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in my next video. My next video is a very special day, but I will see you on that day. Peace out.